We start the fourth quarter with the Rams on the move. They got it 1st and 10, Cincinnati 14-yard line. Marshall Faulk the fake, and Bulger, who is hit by Williams, goes incomplete to Holt, who is covered by Torrey James inside the 5.
Torrey James, remember he was beaten pretty badly earlier. Torrey James, a good sign of a veteran. Comes back in perfect position, ball thrown a little bit high, and Holt just can't get at it.
St. Louis today, 2 Wilkins field goals, a Falk touchdown run of a yard, Holt a touchdown reception. Bulger has thrown a pick. Cincinnati's got a touchdown pass from John Kitna. He's thrown a couple picks. 2nd down and 10. From the 14 of Cincinnati. Bulger looking one way, wanting to go the other. Here he goes inside to Holt, and fumble on the play. It was knocked loose by John Thornton as Holt corkscrewed away, and they recover it. The Rams do inside the 10. It was not a change of possession, so now it will be 3rd down and about 5, I believe. Let's see where they spot that ball. This was some kind of game featuring the 2 top receivers in each conference.
See, Thornton, the defensive tackle, in there backing up in his zone defense, actually gets the ball out of there. With that pile, the way it was configured, I don't know how a Bengal didn't get it.
Boy. Roman looked like
Mark Roman had it. And Holt must have stole it from him in the dog pile.
5 in the secondary. A couple linebackers. 3rd and 5. From the 10. Bulger. Here comes Tony Williams again. There's the pass. It's caught for a touchdown, and that is Marshall Faulk's 2nd touchdown today.
St. Louis Rams and Marshall Faulk being a guy that can catch passes like crazy, run with the ball like nuts, finally gets himself a receiving touchdown. Bulger, nice read, and that's how you separate from a linebacker. Bad tackling by Simmons. 1st in 21 games, though, for Marshall Faulk.
The 1st of the season, and he puts the Rams up as Wilkins knocks it through. By the way, Faulk is 1 touchdown away from tying Chris Carter for number 4 in the NFL all-time list. There is a flag down.
Running into the kicker by the receiving team, number 27. That 5-yard penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
Difference being running in is not malicious. That's 5 yards. Roughing the kicker would be 15.
Marshall Faulk, 2 touchdowns today, and the Rams are moving on top.
All you beat the egg whites on high speed until soft.
You, me, outside. We gotta talk.
A minivan? You gotta be like, what kind of action do you think we're gonna get in a minivan? You might as well walk around in a skirt. We had game then. And then you go and...
Nice. It's got a big back seat.
The Odyssey from Honda. The one and only Dockers stain defender.
Sometimes all it takes is a switch. So find out if switching to new Levitra is your next move. Ask your doctor if a free sample is right for you. Ask about new Levitra.
The experts at Oral-B are on a mission to protect your teeth and gums with the new Oral-B Professional Care 7000. Its 3D action removes more plaque than Sonicare Elite and even reverses gum disease. Oral-B Professional Care. Brush like a dentist.
This week, at 15, he weighed 509 pounds. This past August, he underwent the ultimate operation, and you won't believe how much he weighs now. His story plus Steve Martin this week on The Early Show.
Big day for Marshall Faulk, who has 2 touchdowns, 1 on the ground and 1 through the air. And the ensuing kickoff, Brandon Bennett will leave it in the end zone. Three touchbacks so far for Wilkins today. Coming up in the Subway postgame show, join Jim, Dan, Deanne, and Boomer for all of today's scores and highlights, plus the complete NFL playoff picture. That's coming up on the Subway postgame show from New York. Touchback to the 21st and 10. Rudy Johnson drilled. Grant Wistrom. What a game he's had. 2 sacks and a big tackle there as we go to New York and Jim Nance.
Guys, check it out. Listen to these numbers as the Ravens now break it open with Jamal Lewis scoring again his 4th touchdown of the season against the Browns. He has 205 yards on the day. Over 200 for the 2nd time this year against the Browns. Back to you.
And Jimmy needed 253 to become the 5th player in NFL history to reach 2,000. He is on his way. Great report, and thank you. 2nd and 10. Rudy Johnson. There's a block by Chad Johnson, no relation, tackled by Jason Sehorn. 36-yard line, 16-yard run. What? Last week, the Bengals back Johnson rushed 21 times, 174 yards and 2 touchdowns in the Bengal win over San Francisco.
And on that same signature play, 24 power.
First down. Pretty important drive here for Cincinnati.
They can answer here. They can hang in this thing.
36-yard line. Good time for Kidner, who just dumps it off to Johnson, who is in turn hit by Tommy Pollard. The flag is down.
It's going to be on Leonard Little for hitting Kidner with his head. Contract to the head.
Well, he tried to tear off his foot, and that was unsuccessful, so he thought he'd move up the ladder and go for his head.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer, defense, number 91. Hit him with the head. 15-yard penalty from the end of the run. First down.
Leonard Little made his first Pro Bowl announced the other day, and 91 is Little coming in, and
boy.
Looked like he hit him with his shoulder and his right arm, not his head.
I totally agree. It was just a late hit, but it was with the shoulder pad. 1st and 10. 47-yard line of the Rams.
Little quick movement by Levi Jones. He's having a hard time handling Grant Wistrom.
False start offense, number 76. 5-yard penalty, first down.
Wistrom has been in on 3 sacks, 2 of which he's authored by himself, solo.
As good as this defense for St. Louis has played on occasion, taking advantage of the Rams, I think the difference maker today has been Mark Bulger. 3rd down today, Bulger's 8 of 10. 6 of those 8 completions are for first downs, keeping those drives going and giving Marshall Faulk and Torrey Holt the chance to take advantage of the Cincinnati defense.
4-3-4 Ram defense. 1st and 15. 48-yard line of Cincinnati. They dump it outside. Caught by Kelly Washington on the fly and hit by Butler and grabbed by Art Chiletta. 12-yard gain, a very quick one it was, to the Ram 39.
So one thing the Ram defense does not want to do is relax. It's only a 17-point lead they're looking at, and you've got a lot of time left in this game. You've got 12 minutes left. Just keep it going.
40 straight losses for this Cincinnati team on the road against a winning ball club. 2nd and 3. Rudy Johnson. And a lead block from Rayberg, who's taken the place of the injured rookie Eric Steinbach at that left guard. A gain of 4 to the 35. Jim, what do you have in New York for us?
Okay, we've got a little update coming your way from Houston. The Texans have answered back. David Carr finding time here, and right on the line of scrimmage, gets it away. Corey Bradford hauls it in to tie it up. Let's go back to you.
Hey, Jim, that's the first offensive touchdown for the Texans in 3 weeks. Pretty big play in a big game. First down and 10 from the Ram 35. Kittner, 5th-rated quarterback in the NFL. Lobs it long and incomplete. They had coverage on their tight end, Stewart. Second down. Bryce Fisher was down there with them. Monday, Dave's All New with Steve Martin. And Tuesday, don't miss Renee Zellweger. She's in that new movie, by the way, Cold Mountain. Plus, can Jay Thomas knock the meatball off the Late Show tree? The tradition in continuing right here on CBS, the Late Show with Dave.
You've been reading the living section too much.
Second down and 10 from the 35. Jeremy Johnson, that's the lumbering fullback with only his 14th carry of the year. Grinds out about 6 yards into the teeth of that defense and works it to the 29-yard line. Well, we saw him with the touchdown catch against Kansas City about a month ago that was simply spectacular. He's 273 pounds.
He moved like a man of a mere 250.
Third down and 4.
You got to think Chad Johnson's the man they're looking for.
6 defensive backs. It's Brandon Bennett, grabbed by Cody and brought down inside the 25, but not after he acquires a first down. Gain of 6 to the 23.
I like this. This is a no baloney approach by Marvin Lewis. You know, we're down by 17. Do we panic? No. We stay in our offense and we do what we do well, and that's pound the ball and take the pass plays that are there. And John Kittner, on the last occasion he was throwing the ball, threw the ball smartly away to keep the drive alive.
Kittner today is 15 of 26, touchdown and 2 picks. Over 4 minutes on the drive. 9th play coming up. First and 10, St. Louis 23. Rudy Johnson offers a great block and a quick strike down the middle, and it's caught by the tight end. That's Stewart inside the 5, 21-yard reception. First reception today.
Yeah, Tony Stewart just right up in the seam. John Kittner, he's his 3rd read. You saw him kind of check, bang. Gets it to his tight end up the seam, being covered by Adam Archuleta, and delivered perfectly by John Kittner.
We got Johnson in there, and Johnson, Rudy and Jeremy in the eye. Walter is a receiver. And first and goal handoff. Rudy Johnson grabbed by Jamie Duncan from behind. No gain. Second down and goal to Jim Nantz in New York.
All right, Kevin, and here we go. Ravens and the Browns, and Tim Couch. Just no chance here today. Just having a miserable afternoon as Chad Williams picks him off. We got another run back for a touchdown. It's 28-0. Baltimore on its way to victory. Let's go back to you.
Jimmy talked about Jamal Lewis getting yards on the ground before. Browns are now 0-7 this season when allowing a rusher 100 yards or more. Second and goal at the 2. Washington on the move. The Johnsons in the backfield. And to the end zone for Stewart. Incomplete. The coverage on the play by Jamie Duncan. Third and goal.
Well, Jamie Duncan had one of Tony Stewart's arms. He about yanked him down to the ground from behind. Watch as the ball arrives. That was pretty good. Kittner's not happy. Well, the tug was early. The tug was before the ball got there.
Four in the secondary. Make it 5 in the secondary now. Third and goal at the 2. To the end zone, Kittner. And intercepted by Butler. Demetrius Butler will take it out and then is devoured by Mike Goff at about the 4 or 5 yard line. That is the 3rd Kittner interception today.
Coming into this game, John Kittner on wins had 20 touchdowns and 1 interception. In their games they've lost, he's had 5 touchdowns and 10 interceptions. That's his 3rd of the day, like you said.
Butler's first interception in a month.
At Miller, we brew great tasting beer. Because you can get in line and take what they give you, or you can make your own choice. Miller, good call.
It's the JCPenney last minute gift sale. Sunday through Wednesday, save 20 to 60% off great gifts, plus $10 instant coupon savings. Or give JCPenney gift cards the perfect last minute gift.
It's all the inside.
JCPenney.
Introducing Remington's new Titanium Smart System, the only shaver that combines the sharpness of titanium-coated blades with the technology to automatically clean itself. It could just make all other shavers obsolete.
All right, here we go. On 3. 1.
I got it. The CR-V from Honda. For the way you really live. Or want to.
Okay, plan B.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by the Honda Odyssey. There are minivans, then there's the Odyssey. The new Remington Titanium Series, the shaver with the sharpness of titanium-coated blades. And by Miller, there's good enough and there's better than it has to be. Miller, good call.
The gateway to the west, that's the Arch here in St. Louis on a picture-perfect afternoon. No quarterback over the last 4 years in the NFL has thrown more red zone interceptions than John Kitna. The interception takes it to the 8. Butler grabbed it. Here's the ensuing first play on first down on a gain of a yard. Not much there. And Marshall Faulk held.
You talk about Kitna and his numbers. I mentioned going to commercial there. This St. Louis defense, let's talk a little bit about them. They have 6 turnovers, 6 interceptions in the red zone. That also leads the NFL. Third down, though, this ball's got to be thrown where only your guy can get it. So you can go for it on fourth down. That was 2-down territory. You weren't going to kick a field goal there. You were going to throw 2 passes, and that first pass on third down of the 2 plays has to be where no one else can get it but your receiver, Washington.
4-3-4 Cincinnati defense. Faulk in the backfield. Second down, long 9. At the 8, Looker on the move. Bulger falls, but he did get the handoff to Faulk. He was grabbed by Hardy. By the way, it's a gain of 5. They cannot make the playoffs as a wild card. Cincinnati can't. So that's why this division title is that's it. That's the ticket.
And you saw already seen numerous occasions how well Baltimore's doing. You saw Bulger fall down there. You know, Bulger has something a little different about how he sets up at quarterback. He sets up with his right foot way inside, almost underneath the center. It was one of the reasons he fell down there is his foot got stepped on. And when you have your foot that far underneath the center, you're going to risk the chance that either the center or the guard's going to step on your foot getting out of there.
Good third down passing numbers for Bulger. Third down and 5. 13-yard line. They got Faulk back there. Here comes Hardy on the blitz, and it's Marshall Faulk. And he was hit and grabbed by Simmons, who slowed him down and finished off on the play by Carl Pollard. And he got the first down, lunging to the 20-yard line or thereabouts, and it's a first down, gain of 6 on 3rd and 5.
Marshall Faulk has the ability to add 20 pounds as soon as he gets the ball. He just is able to blow up at times and turn into a power back. There's no other explanation week in and week out, besides the fact that we have such horrible tackling in the NFL. Week in and week out, why is it's always him being tackled horribly? It's because he's so powerful.
Faulk thought the ball should be spotted more near the 19 or 20, but he's just at the 19-yard line, where it's first down and 10. Ball is past the 18. Cleveland on the move. With Faulk in the backfield, Cleveland with the lead block, and a big hole for Marshall Faulk. Brought down by Rogers Beckett near the 35. A rumble of 17 yards as Marshall Faulk continues to rack up yards. 20 carries, 98 yards today.
And it's that offensive line up front. McCollum, Wolabaugh, Timmerman in the middle. The lead block by Joey Goodspeed. I mean, we talked about Jim Hannafin earlier. What a nice job he's done of coaching this offensive line. And Cleveland, the tight end, also had a good block on there. We'll make him an honorary tackle.
He's as big as a tackle, isn't he? Beckett is gingerly off the field, holding on to his leg. 34-yard line, back to the ball, hitting the 34, first and 10. It's Lamar Gordon with a good speed block, or the attempted block, and Hardy fought through it and drives him out of bounds. And a loss on the play of about a yard. So it's second down and 11. Well, we know St. Louis has won the West. They're 11-3 with Philly, and they've got to continue to win if they want to have even more than just home field, which is all they've got right now.
There's Jim Hannafin. He's would love to have everything come through St. Louis, I'm sure. And make no mistake, I mean, this is a young, resilient football team being coached, the offensive line is, by Jim Hannafin here in St. Louis. So going on the road doesn't scare them. But I think coming in here for everybody in the playoffs would absolutely petrify teams in the NFC.
34-yard line. It is 2nd down and 11. They've already run off the clock about 3.5 minutes. And Falk again. Terrell Roberts in the secondary among many Bengals there. Here's what St. Louis, though, is playing for today. We know they've won the West, as we just said. But with the win, they'll earn a first-round bye. So they got home field right now. A win gives them first-round bye. And then after that, they go into next year, and next week, rather, and try to even make that a better situation in the playoffs.
With the 13 straight home wins, this is a sort of a new part of the formula. You saw it last week against Seattle, and you're seeing it again. You get late in the game against a team like Cincinnati, and their wide receiver, Chad Johnson, there sitting on the sideline. Mike Martz sort of opens a different part of his playbook. He goes prehistoric. He goes into the wishbone. He just runs the ball and lets his offensive line take over the game.
3rd and 4, 39 outside they go, and it's caught by Furry. He cuts against the green and meets Hardy at about the 47-yard line and picks up a first down. Gain of 7 on the play. St. Louis with a date in Detroit after Christmas. Falk, by the way, is over 100 yards. 21 carries, 104 yards. His 38th career 100-yard game, the 25th as a St. Louis Ram. Philadelphia, who won on Monday night at Miami, and what was a big win for them today against San Francisco, and next week, Saturday at Washington. 8th play of the drive. This is Marshall Falk again, adding to a great day. Case Vaughan has him, but Falk has the ball and Case Vaughan and drags them both down to the Cincinnati 36, a 16-yard gain as Marshall Falk continues to rack up great yards and play outstanding football when needed most.
Your receiver runs them off, the action goes this way, and you just pitch it naked to Marshall Falk. You just say, hey, look, if the end's there, beat him. Otherwise, you're going to get a block from your receiver, and you got nothing but air to run in. And when they start grabbing him, I told you about that 20 pounds he puts on. Suddenly, people are just grabbing on and going for a ride.
Lamar Gordon is in. 2 touchdowns today by Falk on the ground and through the air. First down, Cincinnati 37-yard line. And Lamar Gordon grabbed from behind and hit by Glenn Steele. Gain of a couple. And that may take us to the 2-minute warning of the game.
Well, that's the whole idea. It's the whole idea, Kevin, of this offense that Marvin Lewis is watching.
I think they just asked him, want to call timeout, and you just saw him say no.
Mike Martz just runs the ball and takes the air and the time out of a football team.
St. Louis trying to stay undefeated in the regular season at home. They're well on their way to their 8th win of the year here in St. Louis.
New plant location? San Diego. San Diego.
The ocean.
The sun.
The people.
A problem.
Problem?
Prices.
Big problem. Solution?
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh.
Good paper.
Best paper.
Pittsburgh paper. Perfect. Pursue the potential Pittsburgh property pronto. Let's eat.
Nextel walkie-talkies get it done.
There first, where no sports sedan has been before. The all-new 270 horsepower Acura TL, a higher form of performance.
I think my mom and dad are gonna live to be 200. Because they're very special people in my world. Not having parents would be hard, because he would be stinky, because he wouldn't have a bath.
CBS Tonight, a hitchhiker's murder.
A young white male walked into the woods, shot once in the chest.
It looks exactly like a crime from the past, and the prime suspect is playing one hell of a game.
Maybe it's a polygraph.
With Detective Lily Rush.
Come closer, Dolly. I want to tell you something.
All new Cold Case, CBS Tonight.
All St. Louis. Rams have gotten a couple touchdowns from Falk, a touchdown pass from Bulger to Holt. 2nd down 8 with the 2-minute warning. Kitten has thrown 3 interceptions, and someone moved on that side. And that
Full
was
start offense, number 78. 5-yard penalty, 2nd down.
It was Pace, but he was on the right side.
Yeah.
That was weird.
They're moving him around.
They are, yeah. He's normally a left tackle, but they had him on the right tackle position.
I was really staring at Mark Bulger's feet again. I mean, it's so unusual. I haven't seen that since Bernie Kosar. It's just a little something, but if you watch him set up behind the center, you always see the quarterback set up with both feet just straddled evenly. Watch how far he shoves that right foot inside. Left foot is back. It's really unusual.
2nd and 13, 40-yard line. Handoff to Mano Maliuna, who follows a block by Turley and then rumbles down to the 31-yard line. And for him, his 4th carry of the season, the 3rd-year player out of Arizona, gain of 8. And looking good doing it, too.
They talk about here in St. Louis, they say what a great athlete Mano Maliuna is. I played college football with his dad. His father tried out for the UCLA basketball team, and he was a middle linebacker.
Wow, what an athlete.
He had some ups.
A lot of ups. Timeout.
The 7-passenger, electronic 4-wheel drive Acura MDX. Power and safety, living in perfect harmony.
Where will you be when your diarrhea comes back? You should have taken Imodium the first time. It stops diarrhea, often in just 1 dose. Imodium AD. Don't wait till it's too late.
Observe the panicked look of shopper last-minuters. Fortunately, Helzberg Diamonds' value promise ensures the perfect gift at the perfect price. Behold, shopper saved his buttercups. Helzberg Diamonds. Confidence comes in a burgundy box.
Mary Mug, smooth and stubble free. Hugs his mug, no pull, no tug. Reflex action's key. Oh, Mary Mug, smooth as smooth can be. Give your guy a real go. Shave some clothes as close can be.
The NFL on CBS is sponsored by Helzberg Diamonds. Confidence comes in a burgundy box. And by Imodium. Where will you be when your diarrhea comes back?
Tough day for the Bengals as their counterpart Baltimore is winning in Cleveland. They're losing in St. Louis. That's going to put a lot of stress on Kitna and this team next week when they host the Browns. 3rd down 5. We are at 1:42 to play in the game. Lamar Gordon. And he bounces and drives and is down to the 20-yard line, hit by Case Vahan. Having a good-looking run of 11 yards. Marshall Faulk today 2 touchdowns, 1 catching, 1 running, 150, make it 121 yards rushing on the day.
Well, Cincinnati did control their fate coming in here, but now they're going to need a little bit of help.
Well, Tennessee, with Cincinnati losing, Tennessee will automatically, regardless of what happens to them in Houston today, will be in the playoffs. They will clinch a playoff slot today. St. Louis, we knew they won the division. We knew they had home field. Now they've got the division, home field, and a first-round bye with this win. And a 1st and 10 at the Bengal 20. Gordon with the good speed block and a hit by Adrian Ross and no gain on the play. Well, tonight on 60 Minutes, an exclusive, the details of the encounter Saddam Hussein had this week in his jail cell with his angry countrymen, followed by Cold Case, then Rob Lowe stars in The Christmas Shoes. That's tonight, 9, 8 Central on CBS. We'll be back after this.
Hey, Tim. Thanks for being the designated driver.
You mind giving my uncle a ride home, too?
No problem.
Great.
How you doing?
Why, thank you for asking. I'm doing fine. The people in that bar sure were friendly. And boy, that popcorn was good, too. Not a single kernel went unpopped. Let me ask y'all a question. Have y'all ever had popcorn with cheese on it? Delicious.
Hey, let's do this again real soon. I'm free next Friday.
E-server.
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 These are not normal servers. They're better than that. They adjust and predict.
So you'll never say rats.
For systems like Linux and other types, too.
They love open standards. No kidding, it's true.
For big firms and small firms.
And those in the middle.
E-server's the answer to your business riddle.
They're flexible, bendable,
super reliable.
Utterly viable.
Give them a triable.
IBM eServer X Series features the Intel Xeon processor.
Wow, they smell great. Oh, they're beautiful. What'd you get, a dozen? Yeah. I just love how fresh they are.
Did someone bring a bouquet?
Actually, it's more like a bouquet.
There's nothing like the smell of freshly prepared, freshly cooked KFC. And right now, pick up a holiday meal with all the fixings and get a large popcorn chicken free.
Like I'd buy flowers.
For kitchen fresh chicken, you got a KFC What's Cooking.
A 60 Minutes exclusive. Details of the encounter Saddam Hussein had this week in his jail cell with his angry countrymen. Tonight.
How did a 16-year-old girl disappear from a mental hospital?
Anybody ever break out of this room before?
Joan of Arcadia's Amber Tamblyn guests without a trace, Thursday.
Adrian Ross got hit below the belt, and he is on his way to the locker room. Second down and 11.
And above the knees.
And above the knees, so you can take a wild guess where. Second down and 11 at the 21-yard line. 46 seconds, they're going to sit on the ball. So the Rams, by this win today, have earned a first-round bye and a home field game the week after. But in their matchup with Philly earlier this year, they did not win. Philly kind of controls the whole table in the NFC.
Philly plays San Francisco today. They control who plays all the games at home in the playoffs.
Marshall Faulk, 2 touchdowns, 121 rushing yards. Kitna, 3 interceptions. And the Bengals will have to win next week, but Baltimore, by virtue of their win in Cleveland today, put Cincinnati in a very, very tenuous position. Rams ran the final 8.5 minutes off the clock. They seal it with a win. For Randy Cross and Leslie Visser, Kevin Harlan saying so long from St. Louis, where the Rams have won 27-10. Subway postgame is next. You've been watching the NFL on CBS. Let's go to Jim Nantz.
All right, thank you, Kevin and Randy. So the Rams get a first-round bye, and with the Bengals losing, Tennessee has qualified for the playoffs. Let's update you now. At this hour, Baltimore now takes over control of the AFC North with its win over Cleveland today. If the Ravens can beat Pittsburgh next week, or if the Browns topple Cincinnati, one of those two things, the Ravens will win that division. Meanwhile, the Cowboys have qualified for the playoffs for the first time since 1999. Bill Parcells, in his first season, takes Dallas to the postseason with that 19-3 win today. They got 4 field goals from Cundiff and a touchdown pass by Quincy Carter. We have bonus coverage coming your way here on the Subway post-game show. We've got Tennessee and Houston, the Titans and the Texans. 6.5 minutes to go with the Tennessee Titans leading at 20-17. Dan, Dion, and Boomer will join me with all the scores and highlights after this one. Let's go to bonus coverage.